right, welcome to the Adventures of Jir'Haniya, the very first session outside of the Mound of Mol'Karrian.
For the first time in a while.
For the first time in a long time,
For
yes.
the first time.
All right, calm down.
Breathe the free air again.
Too early for this.
Well, as we ended the last session, the magic within the mound had dissipated, and you were left with a series of items that are very powerful and have a very specific give and take. And as Decay Mol'Karrian warned, they do have the potential to siphon your very soul from you. So there is armor, a ring, a dagger, and a bow. Now, also, as the four of you are in what is now kind of just the mound, a plain room where these four magical items are, you do also find a few other magical items. Eremos, you find a small chest that contains some gauntlets that look very appealing. And can the other three of you state what you've found as well for the additional magical items we talked about?
Yeah, I located a set of goggles, so they're called the Eyes of the Eagle.
Yes, you put those on and they fit perfectly, and you're just like, oh, okay, these are a good find.
The aviators.
I found some boots, kind of like near the chest where like the gauntlets were. They're just some like discarded boots on the side of them that felt a little magical, so I slipped them on.
Very cool. And they feel very flighty, to say almost.
Looks like I can walk on the air.
Almost. Matthew, how about you? What'd you find?
Kastan notices that everybody else is taking something from like this little area, and he's like, I want to be involved. And like bypassing other things that are maybe shinier or more interesting looking within the chest that Eremos found, I pick up a rock next to it. And I'm like, this one feels special.
That is perfect. You get a very good vibe from this rock. Feels very nice.
Veracus just goes over to Gaston.
Cousin, look!
You
Look what I found!
You found a pet rock.
No, not a pet rock. It's just a lucky rock.
Oh.
Can't use a rock as a pet, silly.
As he hands it to Olive.
Yeah. Olive, you're
Great,
right.
enjoy your rock.
I mean, are you telling me you think I should name it? Should I name my rock?
Name it Balboa.
My rock Balboa. Perfect.
21st Century Fox just sent us an immediate cease and desist letter.
Oh my!
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Never mind.
We all got that email, didn't we?
Yeah, yes.
So fast.
Just an owl messenger from the Feywild. Copyright cease and desist. No. Like, oh no! Oh
Sorry,
no!
the fox says no. You know, the fox spirit apparently has a similar rock with a similar name.
Yes, one of the ones that won't pay its workers. Yay! No.
It's okay. We'll edit that part out.
No, we'll see.
Happy to leave it.
Yeah, me too. So as you guys are finding these items, without needing to roll a detect magic or anything or cast that, you guys can just tell that these strange properties of the mound have dissipated. Now, as it ended, though, at the end of the last session, you guys were able to test the casting tablet that you had found in the mound, and that still seems to function the way it was in the mound. So that is good to keep in mind. By casting some spells, you guys summoned some shadow demons, which you did fight successfully. So you've confirmed that works. And as you're gathering these things, though, the air just feels so much like fresher and less stifled than it was down in the mound. But you recall that the Mound of Mol'Karrian, which, again, going in initially, you knew that it was strangely magical because it was just kind of a large pile of rocks in the ground with kind of a dark entrance. And going in, you were able to walk very far in a straight line, which did not make sense based on the size and shape of this mound. But surrounding this mound are just some fields and a forest not far beyond that. And so as you guys are gathering these items, you have sunlight spilling in from outside. It looks like it's about 50 feet out beyond outside of the mound that you guys are in. But I do need everyone, or actually everyone with your passive perceptions, you would see a little bit of movement outside further on in that field. Possibly some
Verkus
humanoid
definitely
figures.
sees.
Oh yeah, Verkus sees it. Yeah. So with those eyes, does that extend like your range of vision that you can see?
Puts on his sunglasses. The sun's shaded. He is better able to see everything around him now.
Let me see. I have advantage on wisdom checks that rely on sight.
Nice.
Or perception checks. In conditions of clear visibility, you can make out details of even extremely distant creatures and objects as small as 2 feet across.
So, even at extreme distances. So yeah, you turn and look, and so you guys had Hirgon mention the Wretched Riders, but Verkus, as you look out, you see 5 figures, and your first thought is, if there's going to be Wretched Riders, these are them. You see 5 cloaked figures standing out about 100 feet from you, outside the mound. There's 5 of them. They're wearing black cloaks, and they all have different animal skulls as helmets. And they're quite tall and bulky. They look like they're wearing armor. And there's 5 of them just standing, kind of like in a little semicircle, a little ways outside the mound, staring back at you.
Oh, they're staring at us?
Yeah, as though they're waiting for you guys to exit the mound.
Oof.
Doggone it.
And you count 5 of them.
5.
And with your glasses too, you would see further on that it looks like there are 5 armored horses tethered a little ways back to like stakes in the ground, just to hold them there while they prepare for whatever.
I'm curious. What are the 5 animal skulls?
There is like an elk. There is what looks like some sort of large canine skull. There is, I should have thought of these beforehand. There is
Let's say killer whale.
Oh my god, just one of them. Just
nothing aquatic weirdly. So there's antler, some kind of large canine. There's a bear skull for one. And then there is a warg skull for another. And then there is a actually one, it looks like a deformed horse skull. Yes, it has some weird, like, it looks like the jaw's kind of unhinged from it, and it has some weird protrusions within the bone. So
do I remember correctly from last session that you said there was some sort of a barrier, separating us from them at this point, or is it just an open doorway?
It is now an open doorway since the Mound of Mol'Karrian's magic has dissipated. There's just air between you and them. So,
and it's obvious they have a beat on us.
Yes, correct. So they're standing 70 feet outside of the entrance to the Mound of Mol'Karrian. I actually drew a little map here. So there's the mound. You guys are inside. They are up here. These are their horses.
Oh, I see them.
How and where are our horses? I
think we hitched ours quite a ways away.
You did, back in the tree line and hidden. Yes. Yeah. So yeah, your horses have hopefully not been found by these 5 riders.
Past these 5 guys?
Yes. Probably about 15-20 minutes beyond these guys as you would walk. So in the tree line, and you found a concealed position that was kind of in a little dell, so that your horses are safe and everything.
Okay.
Would I also have been able to see this with my passive perception being 18?
I mean, you definitely see that there's 5 figures. I'm sure Verkus is seeing a little more detail than you, but there are 5 figures and they don't look friendly for sure.
Okay.
I think I can get us out of here.
Do we have a minute to plan? Because I also have an idea.
They're just kind of standing there, so you guys do have time to talk. Yes.
Verkus is just like looking at them all and just, okay, I have puns for 3 of them.
Cousin, what? Do you not see those menacing creatures that way?
Oh, yeah.
What are you talking about? Puns? At a time of danger?
Yeah.
Lucky Rock, please help. Formerly known as Balboa.
Doggone it, I'm not horsing around. It's unbearable.
Oh my god.
I don't have one for an elk or a
I
I got
can
nothing for elf.
I can summon 2 horses and get us
So
out of here.
I can summon 1 horse.
You can summon 1? Okay. Then I would that would save me like sorcery points and spell slots if we need them. Mine are pretty quick though. Mine cause that way we could go 2 on 1, but mine go for the duration. These have a speed of 100.
Well, yes, Matthew.
I can see if I can just send Olive. She's real stealthy to go get our horses.
Potentially.
I don't know if she'll have time by the time she gets over there.
Don't want to get rid of bloody bug.
I think we can circle back if we lose these guys.
We could even send her on your owl familiar.
Oh,
And then
That's
have them meet us somewhere else.
Yeah. Olive's an excellent communicator. She can definitely talk to Bub.
You can send an animal messenger to Bub.
As you guys are talking, these
I don't
figures
know
do
if I've
start
got spell slots
slowly
today.
walking towards the mound,
Shit.
drawing long swords, Nazgul
I-
style.
Are we running?
What do you guys want to do? Actually, I will have you just for movement calculation. I will have everyone roll initiative now, if that's all right.
Yeah, well, okay. That's fair.
Before that, is it okay if I just say to Tide, Tide, that dagger, that you had found, mind tossing that to me?
Yeah, catch.
Ah!
You have glasses now. I thought you
Non-prescription.
Gaston, roll a con save.
Ooh, I got a nat 20.
What a bad time to drink my coffee.
Oof.
I got a nat 1.
Oh no.
Oh,
I think Gaston's panicking a little bit, maybe.
that's valid.
He's like contemplating, like, what if these are the Wretched Riders? Like a part of them that came after us. Hirgon only delayed them. He didn't stop them. Oof.
I got a 19 total.
19 total. Got it.
Oh, cousin, together we make 20.
Hey, Josh,
It is a 4 overall.
would we have had time to don and attune to the armor or not?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
That would have been leading up to the reveal that these guys are there.
Okay. Sounds good.
Tied with your nat 20. What's that come out to total?
23.
Nice.
Good job, Todd. Rocking
they got
Someone over
I
there got
know.
it.
I'm like, shoot.
And Gaston, what was your nat 1 come out to total?
4.
Okay.
Oh no.
The Airmost, you said you could summon a steed as well?
Yeah. And that
I think I could technically also summon a horse with summon beast.
I think you could also just be
Let me
a
see.
horse.
You could be a
That is a good point. That's not what I
Potentially.
use my wild shapes for,
10
but
minutes
I
to
hear
cast.
you.
And I can just go really fast.
I need 10 minutes to summon the steed.
Oh wow.
Yikes. Okay.
Okay.
Maybe I can turn into a horse and you can ride me out of here. It sounds weird, but not how I mean it.
Dang, I also need time I need a minute.
God.
Well, Tide, as things have begun with movements, it is your turn first. Just to give you an exact thing, as these 5 figures kind of come together and start coming towards the mound, they are exactly 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. They are 110 feet from where you stand.
Okay.
So you guys have a little bit of time to prep some stuff, but Tide, you are ish. We're talking seconds. What would you like to do, Tide, for your turn?
I truly don't know.
Can we bottleneck them in the can you post the battle map in the battle maps channel, please?
I sure can, yes, of course.
I feel like if we bottleneck them, we won't have anywhere to retreat if things go really bad.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I feel like our main goal here might be to have to run. I mean, we could try fighting them once.
I'm not sure we can run even though they have access to maps.
I think Hirgon said it, but if not, I'm going to retcon that he did, like just when he was talking to you guys, that there are 13 Wretched Riders in total, and you only see 5 right now.
Yeah, I mean, I just thought maybe it was a portion of them.
Yes.
Uh,
Hirgon mentioned 13 Wretched Riders and their leader. So,
so 14 total.
correct.
So yeah, these guys could just be a dispatch from the leader. This could also be fully unrelated.
I feel personally like agitated with them for killing Hirgon, so I'm also thinking that we're not gonna be able to outrun them since we cannot summon our mounts before they're gonna get in here, and they already have access to their mounts. So I suggest that we engage. I mean, I have no idea how. I mean, these guys killed Hirgon, but Hirgon was also old.
But there was 13 of them.
Oh wait, I forgot. I have something that might be able to. Well, I don't know what. Depends, but it could make them stuck in place for a little bit. It's this homebrew starry form that Josh and I came up with.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so I could. It's like the idea behind it was like a black hole, so I can place it in an area, and it has like an AOE where it pulls people toward the center.
Oh, that's
in like an area of effect, like a dome kind of thing.
It's almost like one of those kinetic things you can do in Mass Effect, where you kind of
exactly. And so when they get to the center, they have to make a different kind of save or take damage.
And I have a scroll of conjure animals, and I can summon up to 4 horses.
Huh. Is that just an action, or
it's
I think
just
it is
an action?
Animals, it's just
it's
one
an action. So I have 1 scroll to do that. I was holding on to it so I could add it to my spell list.
Yeah,
but right now, life, I could just take the spell eventually if I need to.
Right. Because Sean, can't you turn into flying things now?
Not till level 8, or you can turn into them, but you can't fly until level 8.
No, I can't fly. Yeah, I can't fly yet.
Okay.
I can swim now, but I can't fly.
I think I'm gonna hold back my action this time around. I just I don't see any way of we can't run forward right now.
Are they
so I'll
at
just
the entrance?
No, they're about 90 feet away.
They're 110 feet from actually where the 4 of you are standing. If you look at that battle map, I posted.
90 feet from the front of the cave. Yeah.
So I kind of see Verkus pulling out this scroll, and I think maybe he has something going on. So I'll wait until after Verkus's turn.
Perfect. Wretched Rider number 1 is going to start using the dash action because he goes next. So he is going to move forward 60 feet. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Yes, correct. So Wretched Rider 1 gets to the front of the mound and actually steps into the tunnel. So he stands now 10, 20, 30, 40. He's 50 feet in front of the 4 of you. Number 2 is going to do the exact same movement. So now 1 and 2 are 50 feet before you all. And Verkus, it is your turn. As you're taking your turn, Verkus, I'm going to post the updated battle map right now.
Yikes.
I have my short sword made of obsidian in my right arm, and I'm reaching for the scroll as the one Wretched Rider is approaching us, and I say, "Fight or flee."
Everyone can make a free response as Verkus's turn continues.
Fight.
I think flee.
I think we fight first, and if we need to flee, I have a plan.
Okay. I instead switch to the vicious dagger, and I'm going to use my bonus action to cast do Zephyr Strike on myself.
Okay.
And I am then immediately going to expend its charge.
So are you just running forward with the dagger to stab?
The dagger and my short sword, and I'm going straight at that Wretched Rider number 1 that entered in.
So number 1 is the elk, number 2 is the canine skull. Which do you target? They look like they have similar size and weaponry.
Oh dear, I'm going to go after the elk.
Okay. Yeah, keep in mind, all 5 have drawn these really big long swords that are kind of a dark silver and have kind of some weird, what do you call it, serrations along the side. They look pretty nasty. So
okay. Yeah, I'm just going to rush in and do my action to attack, and I get 2 attacks.
And then with Zephyr Strike, you can add on one of those with a hit an extra D8 of damage, right?
Extra D8.
Nice. Go for it.
Let's see how much damage I do, and I might immediately regret my decisions. Okay. That is a 21 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. And I'm gonna have Tavusa use their reaction to give me the flames.
Do it.
It's not what I want to see. That is a 7 points of magical slashing damage.
7
2
points.
7 total, then 2 extra fire, and an extra 5 force damage as well.
5 force damage additionally for 12 total.
12 total. And then I will then do another swing with that same sword.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
For a 25 to hit.
That hits.
I want to roll lower so that I know how high their AC is. I
mean,
that,
still not mad.
yeah. And then
maybe you down it right now.
I do an extra 10 points.
10 points total. Nice.
Oh, and that would that still include the flame?
Does the flame only apply to one weapon at a time, right?
Well, it's so when I'm doing my attack action, it's the same sword.
I'm just looking up Trick Warden.
Yeah, I don't think it would apply because it's for an attack.
Yeah, I think it's singular, so has been my understanding of it.
Okay. Then yeah. So 10 points.
Based on how much damage you deal, you do between 20 to 30% of its health actually with these 2 hits.
Okay.
So yeah, you run forward and you're like, okay, this is a person that looks very strong and possibly magically enhanced, but it's still like they let out kind of a weirdly garbled yell as you hit them for these 2 strikes, but they do take both hits and you don't feel any resistance or damage immunity, so you dish out some pretty hefty hits.
All right. After the hits, I just pause and I go, "We can do this."
Nice. Anything else for your turn after that? That's everything, right?
Tapped out.
Nice. Okay. Well,
can I go now?
Oh, and yes, because you held your action. Absolutely.
Okay. So
can I request to be pushed forward 5 feet if you can?
I need my bonus action.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to get a spell slot back at first level.
Cool.
And then I'm going to cast Ray of Sickness at a 2nd level.
Ooh. That's a con save, right?
No, it's an attack on my
end. Attack, and then if he hits, it is a save. I believe it's a con save after he hits.
After I hit.
Nice.
Yeah.
So
which one are you casting that on? The one that Verkus just struck?
Did he hit 1 or 2?
He hit number 1.
Number 1. I'm gonna hit 1 as well, just because they're gonna be the first ones to be able to attack next.
Sweet.
I have a +8 to this. I rolled a 2, so
that does not hit.
Is not going to hit. That's fine. And then I'm gonna move back, and kind of diagonally backwards about 15 feet.
Okay,
actually no.
You can see on the map. No, you're good. I should have made the full chamber behind you guys. I didn't think it would go into there. But I could just say that you're 15 feet back, and we'll just remember that.
No, I think I'll just stay. Yeah, I'll take a couple steps back, but I don't want to separate too much in case we have to run.
Okay, roger that. Great.
All right.
So then next up is rider number 3, the one with the warg skull. That is going to take the dash action and get next to 2, to where on its next turn it could hypothetically attack Verkus. Eremos, you are up next. I'm just going to update the battle map while you're starting your turn. The updated map, again, just number 3 is just to the right directly of number 2, and the new map is up now.
Okay. I am not able to engage them with I will just sprint full speed and use the dash action to engage.
Okay, great. So you'll be next to Verkus attacking 2 or 3?
I can't attack. I use my action to
to dash.
dash. So I will
Yeah, because Verkus reached them using Zephyr Strike to increase speed.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And I could have increased my speed by 15.
Do you have anything to throw?
Yes, I do, but I think I'm going to try to target the 3 riders and not Verkus in a Stardust, which is a modified fairy fire. So they all need to make dex saves against
Perfect,
DC
okay.
16.
DC 16 dex saves. All right, let me roll the 3 of those. Their dex is not their highest, so that's going to work out well. Got my little dragon dice today, so
They're all like druids.
number 1 fails.
How dare they?
Number 2 fails.
Hey.
Number 3 fails. All 3 of them failed.
All
Fantastic.
right.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
everyone just runs up sprints and he gets like he can't quite reach them to hit them. Well, actually, I know I'm dashing, so I can actually dash around like kind of behind them.
Oh, is
Yes.
the Starry Form thing, is that a bonus action?
Yeah, the Stardust
Oh,
is a bonus action.
Heck yeah, okay. So yeah, you
So
can
I'm gonna-
dash and then do that.
So I'm gonna run, dash around behind, and then I kind of take a knee, and then it just like erupts out of my back, just all this glitter.
Nice.
And then it hits onto them, and then they're all covered in it.
That's
And
awesome.
then all of our attacks for the next minute, as long as I maintain concentration, will have advantage. All attacks against them will have advantage.
All times. That's awesome. Eremos, just so I'm putting it correctly on the map, you get 60 feet of movement. Did you want to move kind of to the right of 3 and then arc up and around as much as possible?
Let me pull up the battle map and tell
Cool.
you exactly where I want to be, because I was looking at Stardust, the exact.
Perfect.
Okay, so yeah. So if I can go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. And then my remaining 2 moves will just be to the left of 3 and then directly behind him.
Okay, so you'll be kind of flanking with Verkus behind 3.
Yep. I'll be
Great.
in the spot directly behind 3.
Great. Let me update the battle map here so I can make sure it's correct, and then we would move on.
So
And
this
that's
is
my-
like fairy fire that you can cast as a bonus action, but does the advantage only work for you?
No. The disadvantage is that the range is much shorter.
No, right. But I'm saying,
Yeah.
how it provides advantage if you have line of sight on it. Is that advantage only to you, or is that to us as a party?
It's to anyone that makes an attack against it. That's how fairy
Okay.
fire works. Yeah.
No, I know, but I'm looking at the wording in your character channel, and it was just a little confusing.
Sure. It was intended to be an advantage for everyone that attacks them.
Yes, I think all of you would get advantage now on these 3 of the 5 riders.
Gotcha. Okay, we're good. I just wanted to be sure.
Awesome. So as your glitter descends upon these 3 riders, standing out in bold contrast to their dark cloaks, you can tell just the exact outline of where their bodies are underneath the cloaks, and it's going to give you all a big tactical advantage with dealing damage to them. So awesome work, Eremos. Number 4 and number 5 both gets to go next before we move to Kastan's turn. So 4 and 5 are going to... They don't have enough speed to attack Eremos, thankfully, so they're both going to use the dash action to get directly around Eremos. So I'm going to send you guys an updated map, and then Kastan, it will be your turn next. I'm going to send a zoomed in one since their horses are tethered up, so they're not really coming into play currently. So, all right, there's the updated battle map. Kastan, you were standing next to Tide. What would you like to do?
Let me look at the battle map real quick that you said. Dang, okay. The only way that I can get to Eremos is if I go through them. And I don't know if I want to do that.
Don't come to me. I'm good.
I was gonna teleport you away so you can run back at him. Only 30 feet.
That's all. I think 30 feet's all you need for that comet strike, right?
Yeah, because I get 45. So
I think. Okay, I think I'll move that way. Can I move 30 feet closer, kind of cross-tied, and over across from 5? So like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
So I would kind of put you about
So like 3 squares diagonally up toward 5, and then the rest of my movement in the direction of 5.
yeah, so that would put you about 15 feet down from Verkus, but off to the right as well. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so let me post the updated battle map real quick, just so I can make sure that's where you want to go. Should be in the channel in 6, 5. Okay, it's there now. That countdown was way too high. So
Okay. I will then. Would you allow me to? Never mind. I'm not going to worry about that just yet. I'm going to then use my bonus action to Starry Form Archer Bow, attack them.
nice. Which one did you want to attack? You
Stick
can
to what I
attack any of
know.
them except for 4 because Eremos is kind of directly between you and number 4.
I'll go for 3.
Perfect. Okay. Roll an attack, please.
Which animal skull head is 3?
3 is the warg skull. So it's like a wolf skull, but very narrow with extra fangs, you know.
Is
It was
that
the
one?
elk, the bear, the deformed horse, the warg, and what was the other one?
The canine, the large canine of some variant that you've never really seen.
Yeah, I've got a pun for all of them now, but the
Ooh, what's your
What's your
horse
deformed horse or your elk form?
So the elk one, that's when I said, oh dear.
Oh.
I'm gonna attack the elk.
Okay. I got a 22 to hit.
That does hit.
Awesome. 8, 7 plus something. I think it's 7 plus 5 for 12.
12 radiant.
Yes, 12 radiant.
Awesome.
And I don't want to catch them. I know Verkus could get out, but I don't want to catch them in anything. I will then instead throw an ice knife. No, you know what? Maybe I'll do something more fun.
Ooh.
I have a new spell I'm gonna fuck with. I'm gonna summon Fae.
Oh.
All right.
I can cast it anywhere within 90 feet, and so I want to cast it across from Verkus next to Eremos on the other side of 2.
On the other side of 2? Okay. I love it. So the level of the spell is a 3rd level spell, correct?
Yes, yeah, and then I get to choose a mood, either fuming, mirthful, or tricksy.
Ooh.
Tricksy.
This is so funny.
Hey, Kassan, I'm gonna look and see where this would fall in the initiative. Probably right after yours, right?
Typically a summon.
I think so, yeah.
Unless the spell says it rolls its own initiative, it usually does. We didn't long rest before this, right?
Oh, it shares your initiative count, and yes, you did. You did get the benefits of a long rest before this.
That
correct.
changes things. I have spell slots then.
I
I was like, spell slots. Like,
I was like, what do you mean? I need a boost. I was like,
I had like all these missing spell slots. I was like, oh god, we like immediately going into another battle. Like,
no, because when you guys went into the place with the sphere and Andrethane Mol'Karrian's final ghost, we said that you all got the benefit of a long rest, and then you didn't really have to fight anything. So actually, whatever you expended fighting the shadow demons would still be expended.
Yeah, which was.
But otherwise, you guys are long rest just before that. So.
But after that, we were attuning, which could be part of a short rest.
True. That's a good point. Yeah, so you guys would have gotten that for sure.
okay. Yeah, I was like missing like sorcery points. I was like, I don't think I used any of those while was because I was just identifying stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah,
I was just rolling Arcana checks.
yeah, and those would have all been ritually cast or cantrips.
I agree.
So I'm not usually up this early. All the coffee. So Kastan, which disposition did you choose for your Fey summoning?
Trixie.
Trixie,
Yeah,
nice.
I knew it.
Okay.
I'm thinking, I'm
Tracks.
thinking it's probably like my best friend from childhood.
Yeah. Can you describe its form for all of us to see?
Sure. His name is Kersis. I just looked up something that led me to the name.
Nice.
And he is very reminiscent of kind of like a large red oak tree.
Ooh.
So he's pretty like sturdily built. He's got the like darker skin tone, and then just like a nice full like tree-esque kind of hair where it's like starts out as green, fades to yellow, fades to orange, fades to red,
Oh,
and
that's
it's
cool.
just this big bunch around his shoulders.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, his turn is directly after yours because Summon Fey is going to be an action, right?
Yes, that would be my action. So
And
then,
any bonus action you want to take, or you did sorry
I
for him
already
already?
used my sorry,
Right.
yeah, my sorry form.
Yeah.
So I
Wretched
have him
Rider number
summon.
3 with the warg definitely takes your strike at the shoulder and kind of goes. So.
Awesome.
And then Kersis pulls up behind 2 and next to Eremos, and it's their action next. For flavor, let's see. He gets attacks equal to half this spell's level rounded down, so that's going to be 1 attack. Yeah. So does he have a short sword or like some kind of fey weapon?
I mean, well, I'd say just like a regular short sword. I don't want to get crazy with it.
Yeah, it wouldn't affect the stats at all, but it could be just aesthetic for flavor, you know. So.
Oh, dope! He uses a sword that looks like a flower.
Yes, that's what I was going for. I love it. So
it's like birds of paradise. It's like this like one blade that has like 2 little things that look like blades, but it's just decoration.
I love it. Well, it is Kersis's turn. What would you like him to do?
Kersis is going to use his bonus action, or not yet. He's going to make the attack, the 1 attack on 2, so because he's across from Veracus.
Perfect. That's the one with the canine skull, and actually roll it at advantage. Wait, yeah, advantage from both the Stardust from Eremos as well as flanking on Veracus.
Oh no! I just dropped my crystal dice on the floor.
Oh no!
It's okay.
I thought you rolled poorly, but that's actually worse.
No. Okay. See, that was a 19 on the dice.
That hits.
Then 1d6 plus 3 plus spells level. Wow.
1d6
plus
plus
another,
6. Yeah, that's nice.
Plus another d6 for force damage.
Oh man. That flower sword's got some punch to it, you know?
He's my friend Kersis. He's a skilled swordsman. Figured we needed the help.
Also a tree.
That's going to be 7 plus 6 for 13.
Ooh.
Nice.
That's going to be. Oh, I'm sorry. So it'll be 7 plus
6 is 13.
I'm sorry. So it's 12. Yes, it's 12 piercing damage and 1 force damage.
Nice. Okay. 13 total. Yeah, he slashes down the back of number 2, and Veracus, you actually have to hold your short sword up as the Wretched Rider kind of stumbles into you, and you push it back from this decisive hit from Kersis.
And then I will leave it at that because I have to look something else up, and I don't want to delay us any further.
Okay. Are you going to use that magic from his tricksy nature, or the darkness?
So, I don't know. I need to understand how it works better.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll save it for next turn if they spread out at all during the combat. So that sounds better. Mm-hmm. So awesome. Well, we are back up to Tide at the top of the order. Tide, what would you like to do next?
I'll move up 30 feet. So if I went back 10, so I will be, I think, a little bit behind.
So you would be about 5 feet diagonally down and left from Kastan.
Yeah.
Perfect. I will move you there on the map.
And
So it is 25 feet to Veracus, directly in front of you, 30 feet to Wretched Rider number 2.
cool.
30 feet to number 1, slightly canted to the left.
30 feet to number 1.
Yes. The slight diagonal to the left doesn't really affect the total distance. It's negligible. Yeah.
And then, but am I also like 30 feet from 1, 2, or 3, or is it just 1 that I'm 30 feet from?
1, 2, and 3 are all 30 feet from you, and then Veracus is 25 feet from you, directly between you and number 2.
Okay. And 1 looks like he's been beat up the most.
Yeah. Number 1 looks like he's got between 60 to 75% of his health left. Everyone else looks like they have between 70 to 85% of their health left.
Okay. Then I will attack.
And keep in mind, if you attack any of 1, 2, or 3, you've got advantage from Stardust from Eremos.
Yes. So I'm going to do Ray of Sickness on
1 again.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm gonna try giving that.
Do it with advantage, and your plus
Ooh.
8 for spell hitting. I'm hoping.
Got a nat 20 on that dice.
Oh,
So that would be 4d8.
4d8. Oof. Almost feel
48
bad for the
damage
elk skull
instead,
here.
All right.
And then he needs to make a con save, DC 16.
DC 16 con save.
Oh, I rolled 2 6s and a 7.
Oh gosh.
19 plus.
Plus 3. So
That's good.
22 poison damage.
22 poison.
I believe it's poison. Let me double check.
I think it's poison. Yeah.
Sickening, greenish, blah, blah, blah. Poison damage.
Wow.
And then the Constitution save, is that against being poisoned?
Yes. So it's a DC 16 Constitution save. Yeah.
DC 16 con save. Cool. Let me roll for that.
Wow. It
actually passes just barely on the con save. And as you hit it, you feel like you cast this just perfectly, like throwing it right at like the center of this creature's gut. And yet when it hits it, it hurts them, but it doesn't seem to be quite as effective as you would have hoped. Almost as though this creature has resistance to poison damage.
Yeah. I was like, I thought that earlier, and I was like, I don't know.
The Wretched Rider doesn't really feel too wretched.
I feel like radiant damage might be the way to go.
That still drops him down like a solid 10%, it looks like, of his HP. So
cool.
Even with the resistance, that was pretty good.
Cool. So now I'm going to quicken spell. Let's test this. I'm going to Sacred Flame 1 and 2 because my class lets me split that. So
nice.
They both need to make a dexterity saving throw 16.
Okay, their dex saves are not strong. Number 1 passes, surprisingly. They rolled an 18 and a 19, so they both
Yikes.
pass.
Okay, so nothing happens.
But good attempt. They only get +1 to their dex, so that they got very lucky in that.
I will Silvery Barbs 1.
Okay, nice. So that one, do they roll to resist that?
No, that just happens.
They
He has to
re-roll
take the lower number.
Oh,
for the dex save.
So it's like getting disadvantage.
For future dex save, or was that on?
No, for the one that the dex save it just tried to make against Sacred Flame.
Okay, those weren't at advantage. Those were just regular ones for 1 and 2.
No, he's using a spell to cause disadvantage.
I'm using Silvery Barbs to have it reroll.
So I reroll for 1.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you for clarifying. Oh, they failed that time. Nicely
Fantastic.
done. Yes.
So that's 2d8 now.
Sweet.
Level up.
And it's 2d8s. An 8 and a 3.
11.
So 11 radiant damage.
Nice. That drops it down. That does just as much as the Ray of Sickness. So
that meant the damage I managed to.
Yes. So now, as Wretched Rider 1 gets hit with a bunch of magic spells, you see it kind of renew its grasp around its short sword or its long sword, and kind of like stagger up. But it's down to about half HP. So you guys have hit it really hard. That's awesome.
I give Eremos advantage on his next Well, then, yeah, you'll get the advantage on whatever next thing he wants to use it on.
Sweet.
Nice, thank you.
All right. As we move towards Verkus's turn, though, Wretched Riders 1 and 2 do get to take turns. So, Wretched Rider number 1, seeing how much it's taken, it is going to turn and attack Verkus. So, Wretched Rider number 1, it does get 2 attacks with its longsword.
Oh dear.
So Verkus does a 17 hit.
That's my armor class. Yeah.
Oh,
And then an 11 misses, so that's
Yes.
good. So its second strike misses. So for the longsword, let me roll damage for that.
Yep. Marcus just goes, it's gonna hurt.
13 slashing damage.
That's gonna hurt.
Don't get
Jeez,
hurt.
13. I'm glad only one of those hit me.
Yeah. So it raises
Wow,
the short
guys.
sword and slashes at you. And then number 2, though, the canine skull, as it sees you take that hit, it's going to spin around and try to swing at Kersis the Fae and at Eremos. So it uses multi-attack 1 against each. So first it swings at Kersis, who has an AC of 15, I believe, Kastan, based on the level with which
Yes,
you cast it.
That's
And he rolls a 18 to hit, so that will hit.
Okay.
So that is going to be, I believe, 8. Let me double check.
he's throwing something at you?
I
He's
see the
attacking
sword.
Kersis, my bestie.
Oh, Karasis.
Yeah. So that's 8 slashing damage to Kersis. Do you want me to track his
I'll keep
HP?
track.
Matthew? Okay, cool.
I
Thank
got
you.
it.
He has 30 total, right?
He
Yes.
doesn't have resistance to all non-magical attacks because Fable shit.
No,
yet,
he
baby.
does not.
Had to ask.
Not this summon phase spell. Maybe a later summon greater Fae, maybe.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. And then so as he chips into the wood-like flesh of Kersis, he then turns and kind of upper swings at Eremos. And he rolled an @1, so that is going to fail epically.
Mhm.
Nice.
Of course, it misses against Erebos.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, Kersis is a spell, essentially. He'd rather him take the damage than anybody else.
Yeah.
Right. But that is the K9 Wretched Rider's turn. So Verkus, you are up next. After Wretched Rider number 1 deals that pretty hefty hit to you, what would you like to do?
And number 1 is the one that is hurt the most, right?
Correct.
Okay, I'm gonna wail on him.
Swallowed my cough wrong.
Hold on. I am actually okay. I'm gonna use my bonus action to cast Hunter's Mark on it.
Nice.
And then
keep in mind you do get advantage from the Stardust from Eremos.
that is good to remember. Thank you.
Yes.
So
We always have so much advantage.
Yes.
yeah. Okay, so I rolled a 2 and a 19.
The 19
Nice.
hits.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So do that. This attack I'll add Tavusa's Flame.
Nice.
So the first hit is 12 points of magic piercing / slashing damage,
Nice.
with an extra 3 fire damage, and
So 16 total.
And that would be 15, and then an extra 6 points of damage from my Hunter's Mark.
Nice. Okay. So
that's swing number 1.
yeah.
because
Nice.
I get extra attack.
So I picture that he just slashed you with this big longsword. You kind of exchange blows and then flip around and stab in with your short sword, opening up for a dagger strike. So go for it.
Yeah, it'll be my short sword again.
Oh, okay.
I can't use my dagger unless I use my bonus action.
Roger.
Oof. Okay. I rolled a 2 and a 10, so 19 to hit.
A 19 will hit.
Okay. So 11 points.
Release your anger.
So it's 11 points of more piercing damage and an extra 1 point of damage from my Hunter's Mark.
Nice. So you drop this thing down to look like it has 1 or 2 more hits are going to take it down. So you deal 2 very decisive hits to it, and it's it looks like it's almost buckling down to a knee, but it's still up and in the fight. But 1 or 2 more hits are going to put this thing down. So you guys are doing good.
Okay. And then let me see. I want to see how much in danger I'm in. I'm in danger. I'm in danger. No, I'll stay there. I'll tank a little bit. I'm all set.
Okay. Awesome. Great turn, Verkus. Wretched Rider number 3 is going to turn towards Eremos, and it is going to use Action Surge to take an extra action. So it will get 4 attacks against Eremos. It is getting nervous, and it wants to just start hacking away with a longsword.
What number was this?
This is number 3 with the Warg Skull.
That one can Action Surge, which means it probably has a second wind.
Would you allow me to have Kersis use a reaction because he didn't use the bonus action available to him previously, and I'll even give up my bonus action this next turn?
Okay.
As a tricksy face spirit, he can cast darkness in a 5-foot cube. I would like to cast it on the cube that 3 is in.
Okay. So
he then
darkness
can't really see outside of it, so he has no sight on Eremos.
Okay.
So it should impose disadvantage on his attacks.
Yes, and so as you cast that, because he was standing right next to Eremos, he kind of roughly knows Eremos' location, but because he can no longer see, he will just be able to attack, but with disadvantage.
Dope.
So let me get another d20, because I'm about to roll 8 times in a row.
Yeah.
So let's get the dice tray for this craziness. Okay, so 4 strikes. Here's number 1. Eremos, just so I can calculate this as I go. What's your AC again?
24 with the astral armor.
Oh, I didn't even need to do that.
Okay.
You should be protecting Verkus, yeah.
I mean,
So-
he's near Verkus too, so.
Okay, these have a pretty hefty
I can
to
get
hit
out of dodge.
with their long
Attack
swords.
bonus?
So
Okay.
yes, so okay, so with disadvantage, a 21 that does not hit, a 19 that does not hit, a 17 that does not hit. Final roll. 22, closer but not quite. So
I probably would be dead.
potentially, yes. So as just a little orb of darkness surrounds this wretched rider, it starts just hacking at Eremos, but because it can't see Eremos, you just parry its blows with like ease, like no problem at all. So that is number 3, and now it goes to Eremos' turn. Actually, what would you like to do?
I am going to just give Kastan or give what's his name? Cersei? No,
Kersis.
Kersis. I'm going to just give Kersis like the biggest smile, and Eremos' face will just like start glowing, and then heavenly radiance will just start to spread from him. And I will use my channel divinity, Heavenly Eminence. So all of the riders should have to make a wisdom saving throw or be magically drawn to attack me.
Oh, they all make wisdom saves?
Let me look. Up to my proficiency bonus. So 3 of them. The 3 that are not cursed with the fairy fire.
Okay, so 4 and 5, and then you have 1 left over to hit one of the fairy fire ones.
Okay, I'll hit 3, 4, and 5.
Okay, 3, 4, and 5. Perfect. What's the DC on that for the wisdom saves?
16.
16. All right.
And on a failure, these creatures are drawn to attack you, having disadvantage on attacks against other creatures.
Sweet. Okay.
Phenomenal.
So 3 fails, 4 succeeds, 5 succeeds. So only 3 is drawn towards you.
That's all right. So I will do that, and then I will use my action to make a multi-attack against number 1.
All right. I'm just writing really quick that it has the drawn towards you. And then you're attacking number 1.
Yes.
Sweet. Roll for it.
Let's see if it I spelled my attack wrong. Here we go. Okay, let's see.
A 19 just barely hits. 8 damage.
Okay.
Oh.
And my attack bonus should actually be a +7. I have not had the gauntlets update on D&D Beyond for some reason.
Oh, okay. So how much did that change the roll? It goes from
19 to 21 to hit, but either way, it still hits. So it's still 8 damage.
Oh, it's still
actually,
8.
no, it's 10 damage because it's the
10 damage?
Yeah, strength goes to attack
Nice.
and damage rolls. Yep.
Okay.
And my second attack.
Yep. So you hit it, and it looks like it's barely standing after a decisive hit from your Morning Star across its collarbone.
Yeah, the next one
Does not hit.
Oh wait, no, I have advantage. So that was the second roll from my first
Oh,
hit.
okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, that's right.
Yep. Almost forgot. Morning Star. And then I'm rolling the second one with advantage, and it's a nat 20.
Nice.
Oh, okay. Please describe how you kill Wretched Rider number 1.
Okay, so as I look away from like just giving like brotherly eye contact to Kyrsis, and then being so shiny, and then I turn and I just
Me so shiny.
crash into both shoulders of this Wretched Rider, and he crumples to the ground.
Nice. Awesome. Well, he is down. That is 1 down, 4 to go. Well done.
And as he falls, I just look at Verkis like.
Verkis is just like bleeding.
This is what I imagine you look back and see. What's his name? This is how you look back at him.
Johnny.
I love it. I love it.
That face just turning back to what?
I love it. Oh, that's awesome. So yeah, you cut down this one, and so the odds have now become quite even. So that is awesome. Eremos, is there anything else you'd like to do for your turn?
I'm considering moving, honestly. Yeah, so that I could ram into a different one. Let me just pull up the map real quick.
Yeah.
I'm clicking on the wrong channel.
Because you would have had to move with Kyrsis being a friendly. You would have had to move over to attack number 1. So I figure you're right next to Kyrsis, which is Kyrsis is F on the map, by the way, for Faye. I didn't know his name when I added him to the map, and I didn't want him to also. I guess he would be a Q. I thought he'd be a C with Kastan, but you know. Anyway.
We can change it. Yeah, that's fine.
Like actually, Kastan is spelled with a Q.
I've been spelling it wrong the whole time, my whole life.
That would be a very Kastan thing to do. Just saying.
Honestly, yeah, it's supposed to be a Q. Grandma always told me this wasn't a Q, but I forget every time.
So part of me wants to like just go out away from the group so that I can loop back around and ram them, but I also don't want to leave Verkis there as the only person to be attacked. So I will just remain where I'm at.
I've got Verkis.
You do? Okay, then I'm gonna just walk up and to the left, my 25 feet or whatever I have remaining.
Perfect. Yeah, 25 feet. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay, so
and I'm not scared of attacks of opportunity either. I'm just walking.
You wouldn't provoke any because 2 is facing Verkis. Eremos, after that epic turn, it is rider number 4's turn next. He is going to not reposition lest he draw an attack of opportunity from Kyrsis. He is going to use both attacks on Kyrsis. And that's going to be a dirty 20 to hit. And a 16. Both of those will hit Kyrsis, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So that's going to be 15 damage from the first hits, and 16 max damage for the second hit. So I think that takes away Kyrsis. So
he just poofs into a pile of leaves.
Jeez.